in a rigged election, if it's close, then immediately the conservatives will be divided. And because the conservatives are divided, they can get away with it just as they got away with it in 2020. The clowns are refusing to go away, so we continue to comment on them. We are now roughly 3 months out from the election, the presidential election, and I wanted to make an observation about what's going on. The Democratic convention is going to happen within a week or so, and who knows what's going to happen there. But right now, the ostensible candidates are Harris and Walz. All right, Harris and Walz. Although there's a nice little ruckus going on with Walz and his stolen valor and all of that stuff. That'll be interesting, what happens at the convention. But stick a pin in it, we're not there yet. We'll no doubt have some observations about that when we get there. The thing that is obvious right now, since Kamala is buttoned up and not being allowed to talk, since she was appointed, the replacement for Biden by Biden as a way of Biden getting back at everybody for shoving him out. Since that happened, she's not had a sit-down interview or press conference or anything like that where she was allowed to just sort of simply talk, because that would be disastrous, as everyone around her knows. So they are keeping her hidden away. Everything is scripted. When she talks, it's scripted. Something else is going on as well, and that is people are being paid to attend her rallies, and AI images of massive crowds are being generated to give the impression that there is a swell of excitement for Kamala. And we're supposed to believe that one of the most distrusted, disliked, offensive politicians in modern American history became America's sweetheart overnight. Right. And that's what happened. Somebody flipped a switch and, wham, here we are. Now, what's happening in this, particularly with the groundswell deceptions, the AI images and the reporting on the crowds and all of that, what's happening there is conservatives, people who do not want this communist ticket to get elected, they want them to believe something. And what they want them to believe is that the election could go either way. That's the thing that's being sold. This is a close one. This is a squeaker. We've got massive crowds. Trump always draws a massive crowd. But look, Kamala draws a massive crowd, even though we made them up out of ones and zeros. So what's being projected here is it's a close one. It's a close one. It's a close one. And the reason for that is if there's funny business, a bunch of funny business of the cheating variety that we had in 2020, what they want is for the conservative world to be split down the middle, where a bunch of conservatives think, oh, that was dirty work. That was cheating. This is a stolen election. And then the other conservatives will say, no, we trust our institutions. No, you've been watching Alex Jones. No, you're a conspiracy theorist if you believe that they're trying to rig the election. And what that does is, from the word go, it splits the conservative vote. It's my conviction in any kind of honest, straight up, scrupulous election, Trump would walk away with it. That's what I believe. Trump would simply take the election walking away. But in a rigged election, if it's close, then immediately the conservatives will be divided. And because the conservatives are divided, they can get away with it just as they got away with it in 2020. And you might say, well, yeah, you're assuming that there's going to be funny business. You're assuming that there's going to be election rigging. You're assuming that they're going to do this and in the broad light of day and we won't see it. Well, yes, because they've been doing it in the broad light of day and we don't see it. What do you think all these lawfare what do you think all these court cases were? Bringing charges, a series of political charges, cooked up political charges against the establishment's principal opponent. What is that? What is that? There was this assassination attempt that the Secret Service and other intelligence, they're not forthcoming. They're not telling. There's all kinds of funny business with regard to that assassination attempt. There's all kinds of funny business in the broad light of day, and the conservative world is divided. All right. Now, if just postulate this, and I'll finish with this. Assume for a moment that it's a massive win for Trump and the funny business didn't fool anybody, and the entire world of conservatives knew for a fact that the election was stolen. Well, what would happen is they wouldn't get away with it. What would happen is the whole thing goes up in a puff of smoke.